Sunjin was still upset about what had happened earlier. Even though he didn't feel like talking to Minsu, he missed her. However, his pride wouldn't let him text or call her back. He knew he had to see her that night, but he was still angry and didn't want to face her while in that mood. Just then, he received a phone call from his father, inviting him to play golf the following day. He agreed, but wondered what kind of game his father was playing this time. The next day, Kim and her father joined Sunjin's father at the golf club. As they sat together chatting, Sunjin's father expressed his happiness at seeing Kim's father bringing his daughter along for a golf game, mentioning that his own daughter found it boring. They both laughed. Kim then asked if Sunjin was coming, and his father informed her that he was running late but would be there soon. Looking at Kim, he asked if she was the girl all over the news for being seen with Sunjin. Kim blushed and confirmed it, apologizing that he had to find out that way about their relationship. She explained that she and Sunjin had been seeing each other for a while and that he had suggested keeping their relationship low-key. Sunjin's father, now happy, admitted that he had been angry because he didn't know who the woman was, but since it was Kim, he was relieved. He questioned why they would keep such a thing a secret, saying they made a perfect couple. Kim, still smiling, claimed that Sunjin was holding on to someone else and had suggested that he wasn't ready for a relationship. She added that she was afraid he was going to break up with her. Sunjin's father, now displeased, assured her that Sunjin would not do that. Kim then mentioned that he was still occupied with someone else. Recognizing who she was referring to, Sunjin's father asked what he could do to help. At that moment, Kim's father interjected, stating that Kim was at the right age for marriage and that a family union between them would be a great match. Sunjin's father smiled, admitting that he had been worried about who his son would end up with. He then suggested that they quickly arrange an engagement since the two were already acquainted. Kim couldn't hide her excitement. Finally, her dreams were coming true. When Sunjin arrived, he was surprised to see Kim and her father. Before he could ask what was going on, his father told him to talk to Kim and promised to speak with him later. Sunjin's father then walked away with Kim's father, leaving Sunjin alone with Kim. Unhappy to see her, especially after what she had done, Sunjin made it clear that he wanted nothing to do with her and told her to leave him alone. He urged her to stop whatever she was doing, then stood up to walk away. Kim rushed after him, expressing her love and pleading with him to give her a chance to prove that she could be a good woman for him. Sunjin, unfazed, told her that he did not love her and, in fact, hated her more than she could imagine. He declared that the only person in his heart was Minsu, and that Kim would never have his love. As he tried to walk away, Kim held his hand, questioning why he chose Minsu. She pointed out that she was beautiful, from a good family, and intelligent, while Minsu was none of those things. She called Minsu a mere foreigner who only claimed to be Korean. Hearing this, Sunjin turned back to face her, now furious. He reminded her that Minsu was everything she was not and everything she would never be. He firmly stated that he was going to marry Minsu and that Kim could go burn in hell. Kim, instead of being hurt, laughed. Sunjin watched her, wondering if she had lost her mind. After laughing, Kim told him that it was too late because their fathers were already arranging their engagement. Confused, Sunjin asked her what she was talking about. Kim revealed that his father believed she was the perfect match for him and wanted them to get married. Sunjin, now realizing the extent of the situation, called her insane and walked away. That night, Minsu waited for Sunjin again. She didn't want to go home without seeing him, as she had missed him so much. Woobin came by and urged her to leave, telling her that Sunjin was not going to show up again. Minsu refused to leave. Woobin sighed and told her that she was being stubborn. He admitted that he wasn't feeling well and needed to go home. Minsu told him she would lock up and that he should leave without her. Woobin reluctantly agreed but confessed that he didn't want to leave her alone at night. Instead, he returned to his office, sat down, and held his head as he experienced a migraine. Despite his discomfort, he was determined to wait until Minsu realized that Sunjin was not coming. After a few hours, Woo-bin returned to Minsu's office and stood at the doorway, watching her. She had fallen asleep at her desk. Moving closer, he observed her, wondering how deeply she must love Sunjin to sacrifice her comfort by waiting for him.